I've been a trainer in the gym for about 17 years now. I've been practicing jiu-jitsu about 2 years. So needless to say, I've been injured multiple times. Lots of different things, lots of tweaks, shoulders, low backs, ankles, knees, all this stuff. I've tweaked it, I've hurt it, I've rehabbed it, and I wanted to just share something that's been working really well for me in that. This is called a voodoo band. You can get these on Amazon for like 10, 15 bucks, okay? So it's also called like a voodoo band or something, voodoo wrap. If you search for it, you'll find it. I could probably put a link in my bio for it, but I'm gonna or a link in the like the whatever notes, I guess. But I'm gonna show you how to use this. One of my buddies hurt his ankle, so I was gonna show like kind of on an ankle, but I also wanted to show a knee. So if you have an ankle, a knee, wrist, elbow, shoulders and hips are a little harder but still doable. This is something that can be really helpful in fixing your own injuries, especially if there's just like little tweaks. If you break your ankle, this is not going to help you. But like when I'll take this when I go hiking, and people will sprain or roll their ankles, and I'll fix them on the trail so they can get down without any assistance. So this is probably one of the things that I think belongs in everybody. If you're active in the gym, if you train jiu-jitsu, if you do anything, you need this thing because it's so cheap and it just does so much. Okay, so look at this. It's like this. It's this band. It's just rubber. It's like 1.5 inches or so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off. I'm going to do it on my ankle. And you can do this to yourself. Elbows and wrists are harder. You need a partner for that. But we always start at the bottom and we wrap towards the heart with this. Okay, so I will start kind of at the bottom, like the middle of my foot here. And I'm going to wrap around this. Now when I wrap, I want to get about 50 to 100% extra stretch on this. So the first one is maybe not that strong. And then from here, hopefully you can see this, I'm stretching it pretty good and wrapping it around. Wrapping again towards the heart and wrapping up across the joint that I want to get. So now I'm going to kind of wrap above the Achilles right here, back down. And then usually what I'll do is I'll give about like a 50% so you can see that I'm wrapping on top. If you go on top of the skin like this, you'll leave little marks right in here. Not the biggest deal, but just, kind of be pinchy. So like this, we'll try to get the whole joint wrapped up. And then once I have like just a little bit left here, I'll go and re-wrap. So I'll let it go like that. And then I'll get it really tight and then get that re-wrap on it. Then I'll make a little loop here and I'll just stick that through. Okay, so what's the point of this? The point is to hold the joint in a really stable, locked in position and then squeeze out all the inflammation, all the swelling that's going on in that joint. Now when our joint is stable and we've eliminated a lot of the inflammation in there, now we're just gonna take it to a couple different ranges of motion. So for this, like you do this on the ground, I'm just gonna put my foot up here so you can see it better. But I'll do tib raises like this, a lot of these, like 20 or so of those. I'll probably do some sort of like calf raise like that. Again, just taking the joint through its range of motion. And then what I'll do is I'll just stretch and relax. Stretch the ankle and relax. Nothing that hurts. So if it hurts, don't do it. If it's feeling a little bit weird in the skin, that's fine. But we're just gonna take it through that range of motion and go through it like this. So this thing's called a voodoo band. And honestly, it's like voodoo. It's magic. It works so well. So if you have any sort of wrist, elbow, knee, or ankle issue, and I'll even say like calf, quad, like adductor, tricep, bicep, forearm, golfer's elbow, tennis elbow, things like that. This is an amazing thing that costs so little that you can do so much with it. So usually I'll leave this bad boy on for about 3 to 5 minutes, not much longer than that. One way to check, because obviously we're cutting off blood flow. And let's see if you can see this. So what I'll do is I'll press on my toe or whatever, and that area will get white. And then we want to see some color return to that. So we want to see the blood return to that area. If there's no blood coming back to it, that's a sign that it's like definitely ready to take that off. So take that off, let it go around. And what you'll notice is that like the whole area will become red after you pull this back off. You'll see, I'll keep my foot up here so you can hopefully see this in my garage. So it's all white. Now watch as it all gets just a lot more red. And what's happening here is we've squeezed out all the inflammation and now we're letting new blood perfuse that area. So all new blood with nutrients and stuff is getting in there and it's gonna help with the healing process. So I don't know if you can see it, but my foot is a little bit red, my ankle's a little bit red. It's just a great way to get to just facilitate and improve the healing process. Now I'm going to show you how to do this on the knee real quick, kind of focusing on the upper knee. Usually what I'll do is I wind this back up, which is kind of an annoying thing, but it is what it is. But I highly recommend that if you are training in any capacity, you've gotten injured in the past, you check this out, because this stuff is literal voodoo. I've been using this for about a little over 12 years. I used to not have, we didn't have these cool straps. I was using old bike inner tubes for a while to actually make that happen. So, okay, same thing. I'm gonna keep my pant leg on here just because I got joggers on because I'm fancy like that. So what I'll do is I'll put it on here. Hopefully you can see this. Tilt that down. So I'll go right above the knee. Again, we wrap towards the heart all the way around here. And then I'm putting a band, again, about a 50 to 75% stretch on that band as I wind it up the leg here. So if you've got tight quads, you've got IT band issues, you've got knee stuff going on. So now I get kind of down to the end here, and I'm gonna re-wrap back around the stuff I already wrapped, pull a little loop out, and then just slide this in. Now it's nice and tight. I'm having a hard time straightening my leg, but I can get there if I really push. Okay, so try to get hamstring, full hamstring flexion there, full knee extension here. And then what I'll do is I'll usually do like a set of squats. And then you don't need it doesn't need to be hard or heavy or anything like that. And I'll try to do a set of lunges each side, so I get the lunge in the back leg, but I also get the lunge in the front leg. And then sometimes what I'll do is I'll throw a band on the front and just do what's called terminal knee extensions, where I'm just locking against resistance. So again, this is just for ankles and knees that I'm showing right now. There are a million videos online that are better than what I'm showing. Kelly Starrett is a fantastic resource for this. He's got a million YouTube videos. He does a lot with these voodoo bands, or they're not BFR bands. There's another word for them, I forget. But I just can't say enough about, if you have any sort of injury, getting a set of these. And honestly, hit me up if you're like, what do I do with these? What's the next step? Go on YouTube and look for Kelly Starrett voodoo, and then elbow or knee or shoulder or whatever it is, because this thing is going to help fix a lot of those issues. And it's just a good maintenance practice, right? So you have this on there. You got a little bit hurt. You got a little tweak. You felt a tweak in your knee from lunges yesterday. Great. Throw this bad boy on there. Do it 2 or 3 times in a day. Give yourself 2 minutes in between each round. 3 to 5 minutes on the area. Then just release it. Let it go, and feel all that new blood get into the tissues. Feel it take out of that inflammation, and all of a sudden you start feeling better, like magic, aka like voodoo. So this is just something that I highly recommend if you want to stay healthy long term. Get a set of these. They're really, really great. Just look on Amazon for voodoo bands. They're going to be like $12. And keep this in your gym bag. Keep it on hand, because it's going to absolutely change the way you recover, especially when you get those little tweaks, little nagging injuries that you don't want to progress into something actually annoying. So hopefully this has been helpful for you. If you get some, or you have more questions on how you can use your own, obviously just drop me a message, drop me a comment here. I want to make sure that if you know me in any capacity, if you're following me, you're just getting 1% better every day. You have the tools that you need to succeed in your fitness and health. Okay. Have an amazing day, you guys. Talk soon.